All right, so I feel like this is something I could have done a year ago when I graduated, but I've been just kind of reflecting my thoughts on those 4 years in high school. But I feel like now that I'm just sort of collecting my thoughts and everything, I feel like now is the perfect time to just talk about my experience in high school. I don't know, man. I just feel like you deserve to know what my experience was like. I feel like I probably shouldn't, but I feel like it's just sometimes sharing my experience with you guys. You guys kind of get, my experience of what it was like in the 4 years that I had in high school. But nonetheless, I just want to start before grade 9. Obviously, I graduated elementary in 2019, in June 2019, and then before grade 9, before that started, before September of 2019, I went to the summer program in high school. Basically, you could get a credit there, and that's why I went there. I went there because I wanted to get the extra credit and just to know the people that I'm going to be with for the next 4 years. Well, a good majority of them, I want to say. And what I did was basically just, just getting to know the people there. There were some other students there too. Most of them were grade 11s, or actually going to grade 11. Some of them were going to grade 12. We went to the theaters and we watched, this was after the Avengers Endgame. We watched Spider-Man at the theaters. And let me tell you, man, like I did not expect the people to how do I want to say this? I don't know how to say it, but the way they when they played that music at the beginning when Iron Man died, I was like, oh my, what the fuck, bro? Like I'm trying to watch the movie peacefully, treat this like an actual theater and not make fucking noise at all. But oh well, what can I do, right? This isn't like there's any other people in there, right? But still, it just disturbed my way of watching Spider-Man, bro. Yeah, we did a bunch of other activities in school. I think we watched a movie there. I don't remember what movie it was called, but I think it had Will Smith in there. But I don't particularly remember that movie, what it was called. But it was made, I think, in the 1990s, early 2000s. I don't remember. But yeah, that was that experience there. Obviously, again, that was basically a good majority of July. And then I just relaxed for the rest of August. And then September came of that year. Well, I'll tell you one bit. I thought I was gonna get bullied a lot in high school because I'm the type that doesn't really talk a lot, I did have a few friends from my elementary school, of course, so I guess that helped a little bit, but when I went to high school, I did not think it would be like, I thought there'd be like a bunch of people that are like thinking they're cool and shit. I thought there were people like that. There isn't a lot of them, I'll tell you that. They're just chill people, I guess you could say. But adjustments to life in high school, I'd say I adjusted pretty quickly to it, just getting used to, not being in elementary. Obviously you have to go to this class, my first class starts at 8:40 and then ends at 10. Second class is at 10:05, I don't know what the fuck, to like 11:10. I don't fucking know, but it was like an hour long at least for each class. My high schools particularly starts at 8:45 and ends at 2:45, I think. Yeah, 2:45. Yeah, adjustments was I adjusted pretty quickly. Now the one thing I had that was Muskoka Woods, or I guess you could say some, I don't know, 3-day trip, 2-night trip, I don't know what the fuck you call that, but I went there. It was at Muskoka Woods. To anyone who lives in Canada knows what Muskoka Woods is. We went there for 3 days and 2 nights. Had a great time there. Did a lot of activities there, of course, so enjoyed my shit there, so I enjoyed that. Now I think this is also important to say, because now that the Muskoka is done, here in Toronto at least, I don't know if this is other places in Canada, or any other place, but because every high school, every place is different. Here in Toronto, you need 30 credits to graduate. A credit equals a course, so any subject, basically a math, is a course. That's a credit. So you need 30 credits to graduate. You also need an EQAO to graduate. I'm not sure if there was a math thing I don't remember, but I didn't do it. But I still graduated either way. And you needed 40 hours of community activities, which I did. I completely finished it in grade 9 because I didn't want to deal with it in the later years, so I can get my stuff in the later years done. Things from there, they were going pretty well until March 11th of 2020. I did not realize, I left school early because I wanted to head home early because March break was coming. But then all of a sudden, COVID hit, and the world was gonna shut down. I was like, I did not realize that at the time, you know. I did not realize that this would be the last time that I would be in school like the whole day until that specific day. But yeah, man, COVID definitely, you know, I don't want to. I was about to complete the school year. Like we were almost done. Like we were in March, because time goes by fast. We could have been done on June. You know, my school ends on June, like late June. We could have ended there, but then COVID came. We were in lockdown. You know, we basically had to stay in our houses. You know, wear masks whenever going out. Although I didn't really wear them. I actually just stayed at home, so I didn't really need to wear one. But yeah, I just stayed at home, did my stuff online. I'd say it was really disorganized if I'm being real with you, but well, what can you do, right? We did not expect this to be like a lockdown for like a year and a half, you know, so I don't really have much to say other than that. But yeah, my first year in high school was hampered with the lockdown, and if I'm being honest, I probably should have failed one class as I didn't do a lot of my work. Like I just completely missed it. I actually had a burnout and I didn't do any of the work, but oh well, right? They said something like your grade won't change if you don't submit your work. I don't fucking know, dude. Yeah, but that's grade 9 done, and before grade 10 I did summer school, and I did it online because of lockdown, of course. And I did one of the mandatory courses, history. I did that so I didn't have to do it in school, because, well, from what my sister told me, you definitely don't want to do history in high school because it gets boring. You're gonna fall asleep watching videos of history videos. So I decided, you know what, I'll follow my sister's advice and just take history in summer school, and that's what I did, and I passed it. But like, you know, I just passed it. That's all I have to say. I did also do another course, but I ended up dropping those because it was just too difficult. I felt maybe just doing night school would be a little easier for me. So yeah, that's what I did. So grade 10 now rolls around, and man, it was a really rough adjustment having to, you know, go to school from 8 to 11 a.m. to going home after that and doing our second class. Now basically how this worked is basically we had this quad thing. So we had 2 courses on September to November, and then November to January, February to November. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, it was quads, right? So 2 courses, September to November is basically right? And then November to January, 2 more courses, you know, and then after that, February to April, 2 more, and then April to June. That's it. Like that's literally what it was. And it was just basically broken down to like 2 courses. You know how there's like, you know, there's 2 semesters, of course, and you typically have like what, 7, 8 courses, but mine was 8, so it was basically divided by 2, by those semesters. So basically the first semester 4 courses divided by 2, basically what it was, and then you add 2 more. It's basically quads, something like, it was like that. So anybody who lives in Toronto knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's something like that. But yeah, it was a rough adjustment, you know, having to wear a mask, obviously, you know, I have to wear a mask, and then obviously screening, because if you had any of the symptoms for COVID, you have to go home and just not go there whatsoever so that nobody catches it. And then yeah, it was a rough adjustment. That was the adjustment for the first 3 months, but then because COVID got a lot worse in Canada, it moved back to online, like completely online. So hey, I'm only willing to just stay home and just look at my damn screen. At least once I'm done, I could just do whatever I needed to watch a video. But then again, you know, I did a lot of watching videos whilst the class was going on, because guess what, they don't know that I'm watching anything. So I did what I needed to do. I watched some videos because I was bored as shit in a lot of the classes I was in, and plus some classes I was in was very fucking easy. So I was like, you know what, yeah, I'm going to watch some stuff, and I still passed either way, because guess what, I literally just read the material later on, because I didn't feel like I didn't feel like literally having to be in class and watching whatever was being put on screen was worth it. So I just looked at it later. Although the stuff that I need to take notes on, I absolutely stayed in the class and just focused on it. But what I will say, I did listen to music on that, because guess what? What would it be without music in class, bro? Yeah, man, that was grade 10. That was quite the adjustment for me, you know, basically for everybody. Now, I did summer school once again. I did one of the mandatory classes. I did English in that one. Passed that one. I did math as well, but I ended up dropping it. It was pretty difficult. I chose the wrong math class. Okay, now grade 11. I'd say grade 11 was the worst year of my high school life. Period. I don't think it comes close. Like grade 10, obviously the adjustments, having to leave at 11 a.m. to go for another class for the first 3 months, you know, and then having to completely be online, at least for me. I think some people went to school like earlier. I think you could still have school on February. Some people, I think it was open in February, but I just chose to stay online because, well, I don't want to travel back and forth, so I stayed at home from there. But this year, I'd say, was probably my worst year in high school. I suffered quite the worst burnout of my life. Like, in my science class, I almost failed that shit. Like, I think I had like 50%. That's how bad I was in that. It was grade 10 science, by the way, because I took the much easier science class in grade 9, so I didn't take any science classes in grade 10, which I probably should have done, but oh well, right? What can you do? But yeah, I ended up almost failing that, but I still passed because anything above 50, you pass the course, but you're just dog shit. But I did well in my other classes, I will say. Grade 9 science, I did well enough to pass it, like the 70s, of course. I ended up joining Schism, which was easily one of my worst decisions I had made, because at the time, like once November rolled around, November 2021, I dealt with probably one of the worst conditions ever. Like, I'm still dealing with it today, but I'm kind of managing it well, but I'm still dealing with it to this day. Dandruff. You know how small little stuff appears on your head? I had long hair at the time during COVID. I even had long hair, you know? So I had to cut my hair off. Well, I didn't cut all of my hair off. I had to just basically go semi-bald at that time. But yeah, rough year for me in grade 11. I had night school course. I passed my course. I ended up taking math again for the second semester, but I dropped it because once again, burnout was at its all-time worst. And once again, Schism, worst decision I have made. It was ICT, by the way. I made the worst decision joining that. I probably should not have joined it, but oh well, right? What can you do? But yeah, that's grade 11. I did do summer school. Now, I want to actually, before I actually talk about grade 12, I forgot that I should have said this earlier. I did the EQAO and I failed that. You need EQAO to graduate as well. So I failed that, and in summer school I did a course. Basically, you have options. You can take the EQAO again the next year, whatever grade 11, grade 12, or you can take a course in summer school or in school. I chose to take the course like in the summer school. I chose to take it says, why the fuck would I want to take that course in school when I can literally just take it in summer school? Like, literally, why I didn't think it was necessary to literally, you know, oh yeah, let's fucking do it in school. No, I want to get that shit over with in the summer, bro. I don't care if it wastes a month of my life. As long as that shit's done, I can get it over with. I know how to deal with it. But enough of that ranting out of the way. My final year, which was the year I started YouTube. Now, obviously, you guys know I had Nintendo videos at the time, but I deleted them because of reasons I have in a video. But to anyone who doesn't want to watch, I deleted them because of some shit that happened with Dolphin Emulator, where on Dolphin Beyond Steam, you know, and a lot of my Nintendo videos were on that, and I realized that I could get fucking screwed by Nintendo. I was like, yeah, I'm done. Just a brief of that. But either way, that was the year that I started YouTube. And yes, before anybody asks, does anybody in your school, did anybody know of your channel? My answer is no. At least from how do I describe this? At least how it was. Like, I was never told of, oh, do you have a YouTube channel or something? I have no knowledge. Maybe they do know, I don't know. But if they did know, they never said anything. That's what I have to say. They never said a single shit to me, so I have no clue if they did know of my channel. If they did, well, I don't care. I'm out of the school now, so if they're playing my videos on their TVs, yes, they do have TV. They have a bunch of TVs in the auditory. You know, the main area of the school. Yeah, they have a TV right there. Like, you know, they have like one TV there. They have a few TVs there. They didn't play anything, so it's just a bunch of advertising on the school. That's really about it. That's all they promoted. But yeah, my final year. Let's talk about it. This was honestly the easiest year I have had in high school, period. I don't think it comes close. Now, grade 10, obviously, it was a little easier for me because it was online, but I'd say grade 12 because people usually say your last year is the toughest year, but for me at least, this was like quite literally the easiest year of my high school life, because also spares also play a role, by the way. Now for some odd reason, I'm not sure why this ended up changing, but apparently when I was in grade 11, I could not take a spare for some reason. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, why could I not take a spare at all? I'm not sure why that's the case, but whatever, right? Like, what can I do, right? The school changed it. I was like, well, I don't know if the school changed it, the school board changed it. I don't fucking know. I was like, if it changed, well, it's a shitty decision to make, if I'm being honest with you, but I'm not the one making these decisions. It's the school board that's making the fucking decisions here, so it's still a bad decision if that's the case, but I don't fucking know who made the decision, but I'm not gonna rant on that. But what I will say is, luckily, I had 2 spares in grade 12. You can only take 1 spare per semester. You have 2 semesters basically, we all know that. But yeah, I had a spare in the second period, you know, from 10 to 11 before lunch, because we have lunch from 11:20 to 12:05. Yeah, I had my spare in the second period, so I basically got to eat lunch early, but there's not much else you can do, man. But what I will say is this, because we have uniforms and we had to wear certain shoes, we had to wear black leather shoes in my high school at least. I was able to change shoes for that specific hour, but once my third period comes, I had to go back to my uniform shoes, which were uncomfortable as hell. But what can I do, right? The school makes the rules. I don't know, dude. I don't fucking know, right? But yeah, spare in that period, that was definitely the harder one, but it was so easy, like really, really easy. I had history in that class, but because my counselor, they asked me what courses. That was like one of the old. There was another one. I think it was I don't remember that course, but history was one of them. I took the history one because why would I want to take the other one, which may have been hard as shit. But yeah, my fourth period was easy too, you know. My first period, they're both tech, man. They're both tech. So that's all I have to say. They were both easy courses. I passed them easily. They were very easy as hell. And I have a lot to say about my second semester. Man, oh man. That was the best semester of my life. The best semester of my high school life. Let's be real. So I have some things to say, obviously. If you have a spare in the first period, you can come to school late. Like, if your second period, especially in late starts, like your class will start at 11 o'clock. Like, you get to sleep in, bro. That's what I have to say. You get to sleep in. But it's a different story when you have a spare in the fourth period, because man, that was me. I had this spare in the fourth period. So if you have a spare in the fourth period, you can leave the school early. So anytime my school ends at like 2:45, because my third period ends at like, since I had 2 gym classes in the second semester in period 2, period 3. Yeah, both of those were between lunch. But anytime I end at 2:45, like most of the times my gym class ends at like 1:15, so we change. So what I usually do is I usually wear my gym clothes. I usually keep my gym clothes on and all of my and my shoes on, my shoes on, you know, not the uniform shoes, of course, the shoes I've been wearing. So I usually just don't change. Like when it was winter, I just put on the pants. I only just put on the pants and the hoodie or the jacket when it was cold. But once it warmed up, like, you know, once April approached, I didn't have to wear those on. I could just walk out with my gym clothes on. I just had to like tell my vice principal, yeah, hey, if they ask me where are you going, I say I have a fourth period spare. I'm just heading home now. They'll just let me go. Thank God, because I remember I was stopped by my vice principal asking me where are you going, and I told her I had a spare in the fourth period, and she just let me go. I was scared, like, nah, please don't make me take out my schedule, and I just don't want that to happen, because my vice principal was very strict on uniform, bro. And my previous principal from grade 10 and 11, oh boy, very strict on uniform, bro. My grade 12 principal, not so much, I'd say. Like, I wouldn't say they were very strict on it. But yeah, the second semester of grade 12 was easily the best time of my high school life, if I'm being real, because of that fourth period spare. I had 1 math class, obviously, and then 2 gym classes, and then I just head home. Like, that's literally all my second semester was. I just do my math work. I just go in my math class, 2 gym classes, and then just head home. Like that was the best time of my life. Yeah, yes, I did have an exam for math, but for gym, just some just some assignments, and that was it. And I just passed it. That's it. And obviously, you guys know the rest of the story. I graduated on June of 2023, and you guys know I was in college from September to April. That was my 1-year program, by the way, guys. I am now heading to my new program and my 2nd year in college. Time goes by way too fast, I'll say, because how the fuck was April like 4 months ago, but yet it only felt like a month ago? Like, how the fuck does that shit happen? Like, how the fuck? Like, bro, I just ended my 1st year of college on April, bro. And now all of a sudden we're already in August, like near late August. And in 2 weeks later, my fucking college begins again. My new program starts fucking 2 weeks later. What the fuck is this bullshit, bro? But yeah, man, I had my high school experience was very mixed, to say the least. Usually whenever I see somebody talk about their experience, they're usually not very good experiences, but for me at least, it was mixed. Because COVID got in the way, and we're still definitely feeling the effects of it now. You know, lockdown and a bunch of shit, you know, we're still feeling the effects of it to this day. But yeah, that was my high school experience. I don't know if I want to talk about my college experience now, because it's only been 1 year. My 1-year program is already done. And honestly, the only thing I have to say about my 1-year program is that it was easy, you know? I just got through it. But yeah, and usually the month of September is slow too. Fucking hell, dude. Like, I hate it. I hate how 1 month in particular becomes very slow, but then once October comes around, it becomes fast again. Why does 1 month specifically be very fucking slow than everything else? I just find it stupid as shit. Now, I wanted to talk about this story before I end this off. This was when I was heading home. This was in grade 12, before the Thanksgiving weekend. Here in Canada, Thanksgiving is on October. I know in the United States it's November, but here in Canada it's October. So I was taking the TTC. Anybody who lives in Toronto knows what the TTC is. Basically, I take it, you know, going home for a lot of times. But yeah, because where I live between my house and my high school, at least driving, it's half an hour away. Yeah, I go to a very far high school. At least, it depends on the traffic too, right? But when it comes to like taking a TTC, like transit, it takes like, it's basically double that. Maybe even an hour and a half, depending on traffic. So basically, right, I got off at, what was that station? Was that, oh yeah, Pioneer, was it? Yeah, Pioneer Village Station. I took the Jane bus to go back home, you know, and then just walk across the street and just head home, and then I'm home. This fucking driver, right? This driver, I took the express buses. Express buses are usually faster. I took the express bus, and for somewhat fucking reason, this driver, I don't know why, this dude stops at stops he's not supposed to stop at. And I'll tell you one bit, I was getting infuriated, dude. But the only reason why I didn't get so pissed off is because if I said shit, I promise you, I probably would have been pissed off. The other people that were in the bus, oh, I'll tell you one thing, they were mad, dude. They were mad, man. They were like, I was so upset. They were talking, and then the driver's just talking crazy. It was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I just want to head home. I wanted to shout, yo, can you fucking shut the fuck up? I want to head home and enjoy my Thanksgiving weekend. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, man. My sister told me that that's typically the Jane bus express, they usually stop at station. The stops are not supposed to stop at. Well, at least I know that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to share that story. Thank God it didn't escalate to anything, and thank God I kept quiet, because if I had said something and did something, oh boy, I've been in trouble there. I just wanted to head home, man. That's all I wanted to do. But yeah, again, my high school experience was mixed. I really liked my Muskoka Woods experience there in grade 9. But the one thing I hate the most about my high school experience was definitely the homework, for sure. 100% the homework. And what's worse is some teachers are just big no. It was a big no for me. I mean, I don't have a problem with them. It's just the fact that, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, nah, bro, what the fuck is this? Yeah, some teachers are just strict as hell. My sister told me that's just kind of how it is in high school. There will be some teachers that you will not like. Yeah, I did not like a few teachers there, but I like a good majority of them. I like the good majority. They were really good people, but I cannot say for a few that I had in my experience, at least. But yeah, man, that's my high school experience. I know, again, I should have talked about this maybe a few weeks after graduating, not a year after graduating, but I just wanted to collect my thoughts and just kind of reflect back on my years in high school. But yeah, I'm gonna end it off here now. Once again, mixed. My high school experience was mixed, and yeah, man. I've been recording for 32 minutes. I'm not sure how long this will be. Maybe 20 minutes. Maybe shorter than that. Maybe longer than that. I don't know. But yeah, that's my high school experience, you guys. Yeah, man. Just wanted to share it with you guys, and yeah, that's it.